Hi, my name is Joe Murphy, and this is my video for Week 1 Forum, National Environmental Policy Act of 1969. I've got some notes here in front of me, and I've got my computer to the side here, so if you happen to see me looking away from the camera, that's why. Um, I've managed to get within a few classes of my master's without having to do a video, and here we are in my last couple of classes, and I'm putting together a short 3 to 5 minute video on the National Environmental Policy Act. So, NEPA for short, excuse me, there were 3 questions asked of us to look at. Like most of us, I think, many of my classes in my environmental studies undergrad coursework and again in my master's program has used different parts, whether it was categorical exclusions or environmental assessments, environmental impact statements. I've used a lot of them over my time here at AMU, but never actually read through the policy itself. Like many of you, I was very surprised to see that it's only 6 pages, and it's kind of, in my opinion, good, gets right to the point, but it may be missing some things. So what were my impressions of the law when I read it? Like I said, I think my main impression was that it's short, and I think a good thing is that it gets right to the point, but in being short, it may leave some gray areas, some things I've seen in looking into the act previously. But I think also one of my other first impressions was, being that it was in 1969, a lot has changed environmentally, the way we view the environment, a lot of the global issues we deal with now, such as climate change. So I think it may need to be maybe amended, not necessarily updated. And it seems to be a catch-all, so it really depends on how federal agencies use the act to make sure it works. It leaves a lot up to other federal agencies to to make sure they're doing the correct thing on behalf of the NEPA Act. Let's see, what distinguishes NEPA from other laws? If I read correctly, NEPA, it's an act, but it's not a regulation. So again, it's up to whoever the lead federal agency is to develop what they're going to do, whether it's building a bridge or new railroad tracks like they were talking about in the video that we had to watch. It's up to the lead federal agency to decide how NEPA works within what they're trying to do. So how to balance the protection of the environment with the economic development that they're trying to provide. I think that's the difference. It's not a law such as the Clean Air Act or the Clean Water Act where you can be in violation of those acts fairly easily. This one, the Environmental Protection Agency oversees the documents you submit, but it's really up to the federal agency or up to us on how we submit. Does it meet a categorical exclusion? Do we only need an environmental assessment, or do we need to go through a full environmental impact statement? So like I said, it leaves a lot up to the federal agency and those agencies working within that federal agency to decide how NEPA will fit the particular construction or project that they're working on. Let's see. Did anything about it surprise you? Was it what I expected? Can I explain? Well, my phone's falling down, so let's stand that back up. I don't think much surprised me. In the video, it did say that there was 25,000 environmental impact statements issued, and that doesn't seem like a lot to me over the course of close to 50 years. They said it's about 500 environmental impact statements per year, and again, those go to the EPA to be viewed. One of the things that surprised me from the reading is the comments section for the public. I feel like if you're not in this industry or in this field of study, you don't know a lot about the NEPA Act and what it's used for. So I think there should be some better ways to get it out to the public. And again, I've said it a couple of times that it's really on the federal agencies. If they don't want to make it really well known, they don't need to. The public deserves the right to know about it and has to find out. So I think the only other thing that I had that maybe surprised me, let's see, was I said the 30-day comment period on most things. And I think the other thing I had was some of the problems. I had put together a document here. You had asked for one journal article. I was reading an article put together by Hansen and Wolf from 2011. and they were talking about some of the problems with the NEPA is it's procedural, not substantive. It's also not always used to make more environmentally responsible decisions. It could have insufficient enforcement and monitoring of its mitigation efforts. And again, back to the categorical exclusions, they can be used inappropriately. Therefore, extraordinary circumstances, but it leaves it up to the federal agencies to decide what those circumstances are, which could lead to having a categorical exclusion that's not really the right thing. And maybe it shouldn't be excluded. Maybe an assessment or an impact statement needs to be done. I hope I've covered everything we've talked about today. That's about, looks like 5.5 minutes or so on my time here. That's all I have. Again, it's Joe Murphy. Welcome to class, everyone. I hope everyone enjoys this as much as I have. Thank you. Bye.